Hey guys, it's nice to see you again. So today I'm gonna be going over getting my driver's license, fucking finally. I've known it would have taken me so long to get it. Didn't really change much because, I drive all the time anyways, but it's a relief knowing that I'm doing it legally, I suppose. If I had any tips for anyone, I would just say make sure you exaggerate your head movements, make sure that you are constantly checking all of your mirrors. I didn't get marked down for too much. I think I had like 7 or 8 errors. We did discuss them, and I did explain to him that when he said that I did a rolling stop, that my obstruction to my left, where I couldn't see clearly and I couldn't even see behind or around it to know if there was a car coming or not. So we did dispute that. He said that he understood that he wasn't aware of the obstruction. The few times that I did try to ask him questions, he couldn't really answer it, which I understood. I just was curious about more so like using the backup camera, because I'm pretty good at backing up without the camera, but I guess in California now they let you use the backup camera. I didn't use it because I'm pretty comfortable doing it with my mirrors and looking behind me. So that was easy. There was no parallel parking. He didn't even really ask me questions like regarding certain situations, the speed limit, none of that. It was very quick, very easy, very stressful, but it was very easy. I'm super excited to have it. I know I have a few family members watching. They're gonna be shocked because I am. I can't believe I finally did it. It only took me till I was 25. That's cool. I recommend definitely getting your license when you're ready though, because I did speak to the lady who was also an instructor, and she told me, she was like, it's a good thing that you took it right now because you passed on the first time. We have multiple people coming in and they're failing and failing and failing, and we don't, not necessarily that they don't want that, but they want us to pass. And if we're failing and failing and failing because we're not prepared, it's kind of hard for them to, accommodate. They can't really do much for us. We have to do it ourselves. We have to do the practicing. We have to take the time to take hours driving. And for me, my first time driving, I actually drove from Utah to California because I was up there with my dad. And I drove back down here to be with my husband. I didn't have a license. I know that's a terrible thing to admit, but I did it because I wanted to get back to California. I was really missing my husband. I was really missing his kids. I was missing my family. And my dad is currently the only one in Utah. So yeah, that was my first driving experience. I threw myself onto the freeway, and I got here in about like 8 hours, maybe 9, because I did stop to pull over to sleep a few times because I couldn't remember driving at certain points. So I think I must have been like dozing off, which is really dangerous. Don't do it. It was really exciting. I'm really happy to have it. I recommend that if you are going to take your test, I watched videos on YouTube of people driving, what their driving test was like. I couldn't find too many for California, but I did go with some of the other ones, like I believe it was from like the UK, because their driving test is way fucking harder than ours is, and it's crazy. Most of them they take in manuals. Definitely take the time to get your experience. Take the time to learn the book if that's what you need to do. Be very aware of your surroundings. Look at your signs. Pay attention to what's coming up. Pay attention to just everything. And you're not going to know everything. And of course, you're going to make mistakes because you're nervous. Because I know I did. Examiner even informed me that he believed a lot of the mistakes that I was making were because I was nervous. So a lot of the times they're aware that this is just as stressful for you as it is for them. I mean, they're getting in a car with someone that they don't necessarily know if you're a good driver, a bad driver, if you're going to put their life in danger, if you're going to put your life in danger, if you're going to put pedestrians' lives in danger. So there is a mutual understanding there, and I think if you go in and you do what you have to do and you make sure that you're prepared, you're gonna do it. You're gonna do fine. Just remember to breathe too. That was the thing that I had to do, because I kid you not, my leg was shaking so bad. My leg was shaking so bad when I was pushing the gas and the brake. Not to mention that I took it in someone else's car. I did drive it around beforehand, like 2 or 3 times, just to kind of get comfortable, because the brakes and the accelerating were a lot different. But yeah, no. If you guys are going to get your license, good luck. You got this. Breathe. Remember your road signs. Remember to exaggerate looking over your shoulder and checking your mirrors. You'll be fine. And of course, try to take it in a car that you're comfortable in, just because I think it'll make the experience a lot less stressful for you. I know that if I was taking it in the car that I drive every day, I probably wouldn't have missed half of what I did. On to my interview. So I did go to my interview. I don't think it went that well. The lady that did my interview, she was very sweet, but I just don't know. I don't think that I got the job, which is fine, because it's hit and miss every time you go. I'm a big person that likes to study. I even study for my interviews. I don't know why. I just feel like you need to know the company you're applying for. You need to know what questions you want to ask them, because of course you're interviewing them just like they're interviewing you. I mean, you got to know exactly what they expect from you and what they want, so that you can give it to them, and even go above and beyond if you can. So last week I didn't do much posting or much videoing, because my son, he was actually out of school with a rash from an allergy that we still didn't get figured out, but luckily his rash went away after taking him to the emergency room. But I should be posting videos all this week. I know I still have to do the MRE one. This morning I actually cleaned, and I always clean my apartment. I always clean the apartment when my husband's at work, preferably just because I know that I like to come home to a clean home and not really have to do much. I also love to lay out his clothes for him, and it's not really his clothes, just his, his undies or his boxers, and his socks, just so that he can just go in there, take a shower, and then relax. I know that I actually have been applying today. I've applied to a few other jobs. I applied for the United States Postal Office because why not? I'm sure I can do it. I took their exam. I scored a 96 out of 100, so I am hoping to hear back from them. That would be really exciting. Honestly, that would be the kind of job that would turn into a career, because that's what I'm looking for at this point. I'm kind of tired of doing these little part-time here, full-time here. I've done a lot of retail, and I don't necessarily not like it. I've just had so many bad experiences, which I'll probably make some videos on later on, of what it was like working for some of the companies, because at this point I've worked for Walmart, Target, Family Dollar up here. I've also worked for Spencer's, Dick's, and the Shell and the Chevron up here. And then of course, I worked for the corporation that I already made a video on that you guys seem to love. I'm not too sure why, but hopefully you guys love this video just as much. I did want to thank you guys for liking and subscribing. It means a lot to me, especially because this was a place that I figured that I would just get on and vlog and kind of share a little bit about my life and some of the things that I go through or I've been through, and maybe help other people learn from it. So I don't know, it really makes me feel as if this is something that I can do. I was considering going to school and getting a certificate of some sort. I'm really just not too sure what I want to do in that aspect at this point. I feel like I have a better chance of getting a job somewhere and then just making a career out of it. But who knows, things change all the time. I was also considering doing another video about weight, because I actually want to get into some of the workouts again. I did like Chloe Ting. I tried a few of hers. I love Girl with Joe. But right now, some of my biggest insecurities would probably be like this, and then my big ass forehead, but there's nothing I can do about that. That's just what it is. And then of course, I want to tone my thighs and my butt, and I want to be and my husband to be like, hey, that's my fucking wife. But everything takes time. I just gotta find the videos that work for me. But my biggest probably my biggest insecurity is my arms. I hate that I have flabby arms, and they've always been kind of a struggle for me. I used to have a lot of weights, but I actually got rid of them because we just started running out of room in here, and I like a very like non-cluttered space, and so does my husband, so that getting rid of stuff is never a problem for us. I'm just kind of regretting it right now because I could have really used those weights. But I'm sure there are some body weight exercises that I can find that will help me out. I suck at push-ups, but if it's what I gotta do, I gotta do it. I recently posted a video of my husband's OBS truck, which is really exciting because he loves little projects. He is a diesel mechanic, and he loves little projects, or big projects as I would consider this one. And he really wants to keep this truck. He really wants to give it to our son when he gets older, which is really exciting because I think as someone who never had that or didn't have that, that's what I would want for my own kids. So I think that's amazing. It is a long process, and we've had so many ups and downs with this truck already. We bought this truck for about $3,500 down in Los Angeles, and it was a really good deal. The truck ran great. We didn't have any problems getting it up here. We don't have any problems driving it around. My husband just wanted to redo the paint and of course put new rims on it, or tires, and he wanted to lower it, which we spent yesterday doing, and I got very sunburned, and it really sucks because I really was just like the shop helper. I was just like, oh, I'm gonna go grab whatever you need so you don't gotta walk back and forth. And I will be posting updated videos of it just because I think it's exciting. The day before, I actually spent almost like 3 or 4 hours with him sanding, and I think those are like my favorite parts of my day-to-day life, is when I can become interested in something that my husband does so that we can do it together, because you know, he is the person that I chose to spend my life with. Especially if he can't do things I love and I can't do things he loves, then it's gonna be a really boring life. But it was really exciting because I never done it before. So we did get it all sanded, but my husband found out that we might have to do it again just because some of the bottom paint was bleeding through. This is our first time doing it. We actually paid someone, I want to say almost $1,000 or $1,200 to do the body work and the paint and everything, but he ended up getting the money and doing about $400 of work and then just flaking on us, which is common up here. I mean, there's not many people you can trust. There's not many people that will do what they say they're gonna do, and that's fine because now it gives me something new to experience with my husband. To get ready to work out now, and I hope you guys enjoy this vlog. Please remember to like and subscribe. I will be learning how to edit a little better eventually. I know I need to make like my welcome to my channel page or whatever it is that goes in the front of the video, and then I do need to make a different ending. I'm still kind of figuring out how to use these editing tools, so that's a process. But yeah, I'll keep you guys updated, and so I should be posting another video tomorrow of me and my first day pictures of doing whatever workout or whoever's workout I decide to do. And then I will also be doing my last MRE, which I really don't want to because I just don't like the sound of goulash, but I mean, for you guys, why not? Let's try it. So I hope you guys stay tuned, and I hope you guys like these videos, and I hope you guys subscribe, and I hope that eventually I can get a lot better at this and get to a point where I'm actually comfortable enough to talk about the subjects that I really want to. I tend to be a very blunt person, and sometimes that doesn't go well when I do talk about certain topics, but I think that I have a lot of knowledge that I can give to girls and women and even people that are going through some of the things that I've already went through, and hopefully help them learn from it. So that's eventually my end goal of this channel. Right now I'm just trying to figure everything out, but I do enjoy just vlogging and talking to you guys and kind of relieving a little bit of what's on my mind, and having you guys there to listen is always great. I appreciate it. I hope you guys have a great day.